What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, folks, let me show you what happens when you apply pressure. Because you know that's one of the things I always say. Pressure bursts pipes. Okay, so keep applying pressure. And Japan was absolutely applying that pressure to this whole situation with Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows. Because the reason is they care about their culture. All right. Japanese culture, it means something to the people of Japan. They give a damn about how they're depicted in popular entertainment. You ain't just going to run roughshod all over Japan's culture and history. That's not going to happen. If you want to show up, you want to make a game, you want to make a television show or anything in popular entertainment about feudal Japan or anything that deals with their history, yeah, man, you better come correct. Okay, you better come correct, especially in the Assassin's Creed line of games where they're known to put out some fidelity to history. They don't just make any old wild and crazy thing. We try to stick as close to history. We try to make it authentic. That's what Assassin's Creed has been known for. So when you come out and you do all of the nonsense that Ubisoft did, yeah, you could expect some backlash. And that's exactly what they got. Again, the petition jumped off, sitting at around 95,000 signatures at this moment, okay? Why? Because they wanted to put a black gay samurai in feudal Japan. Japan wasn't having it. They're like, no. Not just Yasuke, okay? Yasuke was one piece of it, but everything else in that game, you know? They got like Chinese buildings and Chinese symbols. Like, wait, what is this? Did you guys do any research at all? All right? Or did you just look up some shit online and say, all right, looks good enough from us. Let's just go ahead and move forward. Again, Japan wasn't having it, right? They wasn't having it. So yeah, petition got cracking with the quickness, you know? Piled up a whole lot of signature, right? Sitting right now at, almost 100,000. They're going to get to that point eventually. I think they're going to get past that 100,000, especially now. Yeah, you guys remember this, man. They had to get the politicians involved. This thing was about to turn into a diplomatic incident. That's how far this stuff goes. See, you can't just play fast and loose with folks' culture like you think you could do in other parts of the world. Some people are just not with it. They're not having it, okay? So, yeah, you got that petition going. You got people out there just dancing on it, clowning it, all right? You got the professor, what's his name, Lockley, getting the boot, all right, getting booted up out of Nihon University. It's like, nope, this guy is gone. They are just running this dude ragged. Right now, things are getting crazy. And so eventually, Ubisoft is going to have to respond to this because guess what? Yeah, the stock's been dropping like it's hot, right? Yeah, everybody's dropping the stock like a hot potato. It's plummeted 12% over the last couple of days. All right, it's nervous time over there at Ubisoft. They've dropped a lot of bread, not just in Assassin's Creed Shadows, but also Star Wars Outlaws. They've dropped a lot of bread into both of these games. So they need these joints to be bona fide bangers. They got to be hits. They can't afford any slip-ups at this point. So, of course, now it should come as no surprise, based on everything that we're seeing with Assassin's Creed Shadow and all the backlash coming from Japan. Oh, yeah. It's time for some damage control, right? It's time for some damage control. Check it out, thatparkplace.com. Shout out to John F. Trent. Ubisoft released a statement to Japanese players, amidst massive backlash to Assassin's Creed Shadow. So you guys have probably already seen this, all right? The little red letters that have been coming out on Assassin's Creed Shadows. They posted this up on X. The Assassin's Creed Shadows team has a message for our Japanese community. Remember, it was all smoke and mirrors. It was all gaslighting on our part when we were trying to tell them, hey, man, folks ain't rocking with this, especially in Japan. You guys are insulting Japanese people. You're insulting their culture. What is it that you're doing? Trying to throw Yasuke in here when people have been waiting and debating for oh so long for a Assassin's Creed game to take place in Japan? And y'all giving them a black gay samurai? Why would you do that? Oh, you guys are the only ones that got problems with it because y'all racists and bigots. That's y'all problems. You're homophobes and all of that other bullshit. And it's like, well, no, actually, people in Japan don't like it. No. That's just you guys talking for Japan. We see you. You're going into the comments. You're posting them in Japanese. You know, that's what they were trying to say. Instead of just facing the facts that people in Japan care a lot about their culture and they're not rocking with this. Well, now they finally had to come out and admit it, all right, which I love. So, yeah, they sent out their little red letters, okay, to our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. You know, and I'm not going to read through all of this stuff like this, but you can go and check it out. I actually put the link in the description. You can see what it is that they had to say. Look, they basically had to come out and say something. They had to offer some sort of an apology, even though this, to be honest with you, is super half-hearted. Because they're still trying to, like, explain away what it is that they're doing. You know, they're giving a half-hearted apology, but it's at the same time, it's like, can y'all just buy the game, please? You know, please buy our game. Because we know y'all not really rocking with this, and you know, it kind of sucks that we did it the way that we did it, but you know what? And they're justifying basically everything. That's basically what these clowns over there at Ubisoft are doing. They're trying to justify all of their incorrect, wrong behavior. Instead of just coming out and saying, you know what? We fucked up. We apologize. We're going to push pause on this game right now. We're going to bring in some Japanese experts, all right? Not our experts, all right, that rock with our ideology and our nonsense, you know, bringing in some chick to say, hey, what's the LGBTQ community like in feudal Japan? Why don't you give us some history on that so we can shove some nonsense in there that we want to put in? Yeah, like this statement right here. Our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, researchers, and internal teams at Ubisoft Japan to inform our creative choices. Like, really? Like, obviously, y'all didn't talk to the right people if this is the situation. Unless your question to them was, hey, what game could we make that would insult Japanese gamers the most? You know, what game could we possibly put out there that would really insult Japan and their gamers and the players? What should we put out there? Oh, this is what you should do if you want to insult somebody, because that's exactly what you did. I would fire every last one of these consultants and historians and researchers and internal team. I would fire every last one of them. And I would grab an entire new set of people. I would stop everything that I'm doing with this game. And I would just reset the whole board and be like, nah, we got to go in a completely different direction. Okay. I mean, again, man, they're just putting out this big, giant letter trying to say, oh, you know, we apologize. We sincerely apologize that some of the material that we shoved in this thing wasn't up to par, that it, you know, really was insulting. We're sorry about that. But can you please buy the game anyway? All right. We're not going to change any of this shit. We're not going in a different direction. They do say, you know, all game footage presented so far is in development, and the game will keep evolving until launch. So what they'll do is they'll address the specific things that people have said, but they're going to ignore everything else. And they're not going to take any responsibility for what it is that they've done. They're taking zero responsibility for this shit. They're just going to keep pushing, all right? And so, yeah, this little 4-page letter, all right, talking about creative liberties and historical inspirations and all of that crap. Look, at the end of the day, they insulted everybody with this game. They insulted people on both sides of the Pacific Ocean, all right? They insulted folks in a whole different country, and they don't care. They're just going to keep pushing forward, which is why you really can't take this seriously. If they really wanted to apologize, they said, we have stopped production and development until we get this thing right. That's what we've done. We've fired everybody. We're going to bring in a new team. We're going to consult with some of the folks over here that have some real skin in the game, people that care, you know, about fidelity to history. And yeah, there will be some creative licenses and liberties. We understand that it is a video game. Nobody's stupid. But at the same time, don't try to play us for fools. Like you can shove a black gay samurai into an Assassin's Creed, you know, a game set in feudal Japan, and everybody's going to be all right with it. They want a Japanese protagonist. Make it so. All right, make it so. But they won't do it. They won't do it. They're too tied into the DEI initiative, and they're never going to change their direction. So yeah, and the thing is, they don't want to have to admit they were wrong. This is the closest thing you're going to get to an apology. And this isn't good enough, in my opinion. A real apology is, we've stopped production. We apologize so much. We're willing to lose the money, but we want to get it right. We'll lose the money. We'll go back to the drawing board, but we want to get it right. That's how you know they're serious about what it is that they're saying. This right here, this is just more gaslighting. That's all this is, straight up. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Again, it does show that pressure does eventually get to these cats, but you got to keep applying it. Don't let your foot up off the gas. Keep pushing, okay? Keep pushing, because guess what? Eventually, if you guys keep pushing, everybody keeps their foot on the gas, eventually they might have to backtrack. And that's how we win, all right? But y'all let me know what y'all think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.